Alright. Just a sec. Okay, alright. Hello, and welcome back to some Dishonored. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. Hope everyone's having a good one. Apparently my network is having a bit of a time. See what I can do towards fixing that shortly. Hey Chippy, how's it going? How am I feeling today? I'd like to say better than yesterday. I mean, that's all I can basically say at this point. What is tanking my network usage? I have no idea. But yeah, no, so a few things have happened since last stream. It has been like 4 days off, technically. This last stream I did was a collab on another one, but that one, so I'm not counting that. But yeah. Just give me a second, I am trying to check some stuff. Because I can see Twitch isn't working correctly on my end. Why is Twitch not good? Do that. Oh, it's unlogged out for some reason. Okay, should now be fixed. But yeah, hey Sweep, hey Devil, hey Arena. So again, sorry of not being able to see any of your guys' comments on the live stream. For some reason, it hadn't connected that service on my end. Now it should be connected though. Stopped infield. Fair enough. Oh. Alright. Does saying better than yesterday count as you lying? Oh, no. It doesn't count as me lying. I don't know how far I want to get into it yet, for a variety of reasons. But yesterday was not a really pleasant day for me in a lot of ways. In fact, it was pretty much one of the worst days I've had this year. Alright, well, let's continue with where we left off. That doesn't sound as good as I imagined. Doing better today? Yeah, I'd like to think that I'm doing better today. Yeah. I I made it very clear in the past, I don't like going too far into some of the more depressive topics because I don't think it's all that fun, and I don't want to I've expressed my thoughts on that sort of stuff before, I think ad nauseum. The short answer is, and I do feel like I do kind of need to share this with y'all a little bit because it does kind of matter. So I won't go into one of the meetings I had yesterday because that one's government, and that was just shit. Realized that was I had a government meeting after my doctor's stuff, and the government meeting was terrible. So realize that happened after. Keep that in mind, and why yesterday was just probably not a great day. So I went to the hospital, got poked and prodded in a bunch of different areas, had to run around quite a bit for it. It took me a couple hours. And that was with like everything being heavily booked correctly and like timings being thinged and everything. We've not. It needs review still, by a few peers and stuff, but I've talked before how I've got heart problems. And I kind of loosely commented it maybe at one stage how I was actually on the list to get a replacement. Very, very far on the list, admittedly, but I was on the list. Because it was kind of that bad. We've confirmed, at least to an extent, that the damage to my person is much more extensive than we originally thought. So while the timeline of my life is probably not hugely changed than what I've been informed in the past, the quality of that timeline is much worse, and I have now been taken off that list for getting a transplant. Because they're not going to transplant into someone when so much of the rest of them is fucked that it would be a waste. Yeah. the short answer is, as it currently stands, there is, for my health, no up. And that... yeah. Yeah. Needless to say, yesterday was a really great day for me. Um... and... I'm still kind of in the shell shock state, I'll be honest. Yeah. And then, like I said, imagine having all that really phenomenal news and then immediately going to the government and them treating you like garbage. Yeah. So I've got a lot of happiness going on right now. Yeah. It's never good when your doctor, or well, when the doctor proceeds to give you the news by starting it with, okay, so you may not like to hear this, but I'm gonna be putting you on suicide watch. Uh Before even telling me what's happened. Yeah. Yeah. Video game. So I apologize if I'm a little off today. I'll try and have it so it doesn't really affect, like, the stream too much or anything. But obviously, news like that and me saying, hey, it's not gonna affect the stream that much, I feel like I'm just kind of lying to myself. Really hit at you as hard as they could, huh? Yeah. I am the captain now. Apologizing for an off day is so bad for you. Kind of is at this point, isn't it? Yeah, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, checking up on me, seeing if I'm alright, and I'm very much appreciative of those people as well. And I feel bad that I kind of brushed off a lot of people yesterday because simply I mean, this is the most love. If you are in a, like, it's really hard to not just break down in tears talking about this. And I was worse yesterday. So I don't think I would have been able to explain it to people even.
If old Samuel could see me now.
Yeah, it's let's move on from it for the most part though. Like again, I want to dwell on it too much for y'all, because it is such a depressing subject. So let's move on to the game and some better news. For example, some cooler news to hear for some of y'all potentially is, as of the last stream we did, just the end of it, affiliate kicked in. on Twitch. So now I am a Twitch affiliate. For better or worse. I don't know how, what to think about that. Alright. Oh my god, Corvo can actually pilot the ship. Why hasn't he done it himself all this time before?
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage in my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let Emily's mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skinny legs tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial. While my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it. You were sent to Dunwall as a gift, like a box of candies, because that's all you were worth. I inhabit your mother's heart, and my body sleeps in your bastard daughter's bed.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that you only deserve to keep your throne if you're ready to roll out a red carpet of blood before it. We'll be face to face soon, and I'll end you, Delilah.
Damn, what a conversation to have there. Congrats on the affiliate, yeah. In the bunker listening to Rinosaurus's cover of Bird Brain on repeat. It is a good song. Lovely. Well, at least Delilah still tells me where shit is. Oh wow, this really has gone to shit, huh? Because this is from the beginning of the game. Hey, look at this. Fuck. But yeah, so to those that are interested, there are now emotes on both YouTube and Twitch, a little bit at least. I made them using the emote labs. That's not fucking creepy shit. I'm glad you guys like it. It's actually a really cool program. I was talking about this with some friends. Is how like decent it is. Again, that was a test thing that I did for a couple of hours last week. So if you do see any of them that you're like, ooh, could be a little bit more zoomed in or anything like that, do let me know, because I can actually do that. Make them so fast. Yeah, it was, so the emote lab thing, I tested it out. There's a lot I can do with it already, more to improve upon it. One of the cool things, as an example, that's going to be coming to that is they've announced that they're going to be adding integration for stuff like tails. Which is really really cool. Like, it's really awesome. And the fact that I was able to accomplish what I did with that is quickly as I did is still very impressive to me. Civilian.
Hard times in Dunwall, with the new Empress and her crew taking over.
Can't
I
spell,
take
you're
a risk
fine.
just having the goods delivered here. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear. The city is falling apart. Glad we could do it.
Make it so we're quieter. It's mainly sprinting though, I guess. That's interesting. But I know what I really want.
You won't regret it. I'll take that deal. Come back next time.
Yeah, do you
need
like, by the
something.
way, so, I explained this briefly to some of the people I was chatting
Everyone
with,
has
but
to
like
make
there
a
were certain
living, right?
emotes that I hid behind certain points and checkpoints with it all. And like, for example, so there are some emotes that are now on the, like, if you're just a follower you get access to. There are some emotes that are, you have to subscribe to get access to, stuff like that. One of my favorite ones for that is, I believe, the non-animation dumb one, maybe? Is one of the ones where I was like, okay, so I'm gonna put this on the you have to be a subscriber at minimum for it. The rationale is, I know how people work. That's gonna just get used toxically. If I don't put some mitigation efforts in. I'm still very concerned about how empty these streets seem to feel. Holy shit, Delilah, what have you been up to? This place really has fallen apart. Okay, how do I get up there though? I use dumb moves to bully people that can't time me out, yeah. It was just me going like, I'm just gonna do a precautionary effort because I don't want to hate the emotes. that's right. Technically speaking, to those that have actually watched like Yawa's streams, for example, it's not hard to see that thing as well, because I do. Okay. I do use that sprite as my thing for the physical stuff. Gang members, we're fine. There's no moral judgment here. Conversation with old man. The twink of the void.
Welcome home, Lord Protector. Delilah's waiting for you. She's been sleeping badly for the last couple of weeks, because that piece of her you're carrying around has been calling out, begging her to take it back. She feels the same craving, but she'll fight the death to stop you from putting her spirit back where it belongs. You were careful in Karnaca. Let's see how that serves you in the tower, where you and Jessamine fell in love. Delilah's got the throne and your daughter. But now she's got a secret as well.
Is there anything I can do with this? Not really, huh? These 3 bone runes are kinda useless. That's a witch. That's a problem. What does possession do? Base level's possession is I can possess a a small animal, and then higher levels I can eventually possess. I can possess a corpse apparently, and then I can just control a human. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that good. Even in the first game, when it was only like the 2 upgrades for it, it was pretty lackluster. It also requires way more bone runes than we would be able to, like, reasonably commit. Off the camera. Position is cool and feels fun. This is what it's used for. That's true. Again, like, it's one of those things that I feel like I could ask, like, 9 out of 10 Dishonored players and they'll agree position was probably one of the weaker abilities. Because if you're doing a stealth playthrough, it's kind of good because if I recall correctly, when you unpossess someone, you pop out behind them, so you can knock them out while they're throwing up. Yes, by the way, when you come out of a person, they throw up. But, like, also, you don't really... It was super niche where that was even as useful by comparison. I mean, fuck, we saw in the last playthrough how little it actually would have mattered, really. By the fact that you just... Again, anyone that's played enough of the game, they're just like, you get agility, you get blink, you get dark vision, you're done. Right? Like, Rat Swarm was, like, arguably one that was also kind of terrible, but, like, in a high chaos, high, like, aggressive run, it was fun to play with. Everyone's dead.
That's a shame.
Thanks, Corvo. DM you something, need your reaction? Okay. Oh, yeah. That's always unfortunate. That's always unfortunate. I'm sure that was fine. And I used to watch Let's Play 13 years ago. Oh, don't do that to me. I wasn't prepared for those kind of numbers. Let's play. Good old rage quit, Michael. That looks like a bit of a drop. Wasn't this the way we came out last time? Yeah. This is how we left last time. I see that she's left the place in such great condition. Block the secret passage. I want the back route of the tower blocked off in case anyone who knew about the form's secret exit. Work all night if you have to. Well, it does look like they've blocked it off.
Delilah.
The word years has been banned in Bella's community. It really does feel like it is. It should be banned at this point. What are you? Leviathan's Breath. Running out of breath reduces mana before health. Why? Okay. We talked about this before with this game. Why in the unholy fuck did they like go so hard on all of these water things? I get it, because technically speaking, the void and the ocean have a lot of like interlinking thematics going on, like the whales and the void and such. Like, I get that part of it, but still, why did we go so hard, developers? Because I'm just curious. Because I have to say, most of the routes in this game don't really, like, lean towards being in the water as much. Better than It's So Bad I Can't Watch. I'm thinking, Chippy, that actually might be YouTube's side, because I've been having some weird lag on my end. And it looks like YouTube's taking the brunt of it. Twitch seems relatively fine. Don't ask me why, but it is what it is. Lately, YouTube has been acting up for me, so it might be, yeah. Because, like, that's the thing, it's like, I'm seeing a really, like, lots of frame drop things, and I'm questioning, because what I can see is not the case, at least on Twitch's end. Twitch's bitrate looks fine, which is normally where I would see this problem occurring. But YouTube is giving me a lot of errors. So, I have no idea. I only use European streamers, fair. Ooh, looks like one of my things didn't work. Okay. I'm gonna have to fuck around with some of that stuff later. Also, thank you for the subscriptions there, Sweeb, and, Nightmare. I did just see that. My laid out stuff is, like, being really temperamental. It looks like I'm just having generally a lot of, like, problems today, and I'm not sure as to why. So it looks like Twitch is, like, partial connected problems. I don't know why. Like, it's actually very strange. I do like that emote. Yeah, today's been weird. It feels like something's gone wrong somewhere. Either on my internet's end or on my PC's end. It's like, just dandy, I'm gonna be honest. In case you were wondering what I mean by some of that, so I do actually have it intended to be set up that when ads would play, which they just did apparently, that a little thing will pop up to indicate it all. So I'm not, like, potentially progressing the game while ads are playing, or, like, talking about a more intense subject while ads are playing. I don't think that is kind of fair on people, right? But it didn't seem to trigger, and it looks like some of my other triggers are being a bit temperamental. If you're wondering what the ads thing will look like, by the way, I can literally toggle it manually. Is that. So you should be able to see that it's like, oh, that's why, right? Didn't seem to have worked correctly. It doesn't look like... Yeah, it looks like a lot of my triggers aren't working. Interesting. The streamer bot looks like it's having a fucking time of it today. Can I just restart it? Should I try restarting streamer bot? Yeah, I'm not gonna see the chat for a moment. I can toggle over to see it manually though. Could make an ad or some shit with that overlay on. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, I think it's turned off yet. Yeah, it looks like there's some weird stuff going on my end right now. Like, it's just a lot of, like, weird niche problems right now. No ones that I'm, too familiar with why they would be occurring. Let's see. That's connected. That's connected. Okay. They look like they're all connected again now. Okay, so it should be functioning fine. Hopefully. Yeah, it looks like they're all 5 for 5 connected now and not having the weird thing like they were a second ago. Yeah, no, it was... I was restarting the app there, Sweep. So if you want to try it again now... should be functioning perfectly fine now. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of dead people around here, huh? Yawn. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... I wonder why there is some issues at the moment. Some of these I'm just not sure why they're happening. Alright. Well, you can see that Delilah's been taking very good care of this area. Seriously? I slipped. Empress Delilah's new plans. The help of Duke Abel is executed. Announcements. Is issued several setting announced by student will change in Dunwell and across the Empire. Any real promises to show us a wonderful future. and warns that all citizens should endeavor to place their most earnest trust in her. Interesting. Was Mandarin doing a chat? I mean, it's the funny thing that I've said a couple times. Looks like, yeah, she's been killing a lot of the overseers as well. Not sure I'm actually upset by that. You look like you're alive.
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
The Abbey assaulted the tower.
Somehow we were overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign. I swear it.
At death's door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is doomed.
Oh, I wonder if this is probably one of the, like, biggest moments in the game where, like, straight up, it's like, you smell like a good man. Said the music box wasn't effective. Something that pulls, like, power from the void like that's curious, right? Rob. Okay. So Delilah's got her hentai here. Interesting.
That lavender tincture. It's good in spells and all that. She might want to rinse that foul mouth of hers with it too. blend. Make the pigments. Precious copper. Cyan leads to dreams improper. 4 hands sift and 4 hands blend.
I'm not happy that our enemy are witches. Yes. Never fight a witch. Malice advice for the day.
Conjure rainbows for her brush. Shade and hue, dig and crack. Crush and mix, eyeless black. 8 hands sift and 8 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Ancient mud and stinking clay. Yellow dyes for golden day. 6 hands sift and 6 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Ammonia drowns precious copper. Cyan leads to dream. Proper. 4 hands sift and 4 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Two hands sift and 2 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Shade and hue, dig and crack. Crush and mix, eyeless black.
Well, not the best rap I've ever heard.
And 8 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue. For her brush. Ancient mud and stinking clay, yellow dyes for golden day. 6 hands sift and 6 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for her brush. Ammonia drowns precious copper. Cyan leads to dreams improper. 4 hands sift and 4 hands blend. Make the pigments block the wind. Fingers stained, blue and blush. Conjure rainbows for...
There's a mildly humorous part of that to me. Where it's like they're all doing the chant and then just like one by one getting picked up. Let me pick up this bone charm. Oh my god. Please. There we go. Swift Shadow. That sounds more interesting. In stealth mode. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Go Numies. In fact, you know what I could do with that actually? Yeah. pretty sure these won't, yeah, these don't give the traits, right? So, do this. Lemon. Did you try Resident Evil? No, I have not. Ignoring me, I get less than a minute. Less than a minute in time of me looking over. Calm down. Have an awesome, amazing day. Thank you, VTubers. Hope you have a good one as well. Okay, so put in that one in definitely. These are where we care. That one, definitely. Tempting. It's probably just that as well. Then bro, you have a good personal guy, maybe start streaming, might get famous. Yeah, that's definitely how that works. Honestly, I'm kind of like struggling to decide if I want to actually have 4 or if I have 3 and I just repeat those, the ones that I've just used. Because it also means I have no chance of corruption on 3. Right? Crafting these for a little bit. I can make 4 of this exact same charm, so. That's all I can think, right? missing slots being put in crafted ones. And then I have one spare slot. Let's just make one more bone charm that kind of compensates for some of the ones that I did take away. So there was wing speed, auto attack slightly faster, drop assassination gives us a little bit of mana. Beach, right? Nothing else I really care about. Make that as my, like, last bone charm.